Viewer discretion is advised. Also, headphones are highly recommended to watch this series. Alright, welcome back to some more Corpse Party, Book of Shadows. Last time was a gruesome end that you couldn't really see too much, but I think you got the idea. Now, before I continue, I'm just going to let you all know, I'm going to try to do, if something happens where I get the right end at the very end of the game, or at the very end of this chapter, it'll be like how chapter 1 was, where I went back and went to another clip where it showed a wrong end, and then another clip that showed a wrong end, and that's what I'm going to do with this chapter here, so that way I show the true end at the end of the chapter. That way you can see the actual end at the last point, because, I think it should be where you see the true end last sort of thing. So yeah, just let you all know that. So let's continue, shall we? Also, okay, I'm out of here. I'm out of here before that frickin' music creeps me out, because that music was loud. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. If I get to a true end, I'm gonna just start going back to scenes, and I will be using a guide to get those wrong ends, because I noticed a guide is actually made too. And that's actually open now, so right?
あいつと目を合わせちゃいけないよ。心が壊れちゃうから。
I think I've already been here. Almost positive. Girl, yeah, I've definitely been in here. I swear, frickin' get a jump scare. That's open now. The lever appears to have opened a trap door on the wall just inside, wide enough for a person to fit through.
こっから入れそうだぜ。
Looks like this goes somewhere.
なんだか気が進まないわね。ここはプールやさっきの教室よりもまがまがしい気配がある。
I don't like it, though. It gives me the creeps. Even more than the pool or that classroom.
だけど、もしかしたら外に出られるかもしれないし。
Yeah, but there's a chance it might lead outside. We gotta go.
よし。とりあえず一回俺が入って安全かどうかを確認してくるから、篠崎はちょっと待ってろよ。
Alright, I'll go first and make sure it's safe. You wait here and don't do anything stupid, okay?
待って、岸沼くんだけじゃ心配よ。霊感ゼロの素人なんだから。
No way am I letting you go by yourself. When it comes to ghosts and curses, you're about as clueless as they come. I said don't do anything stupid, and here you are doing something stupid. They've never been inside the custodian's classroom, have they? And what the heck is that thing? There's nothing but this. It's an old space heater. Unfortunately, without fuel, there's no way to light it. Oh, hello. It's a small chest of some sort.
なんだろうな、これ。
What the heck is this? Take it? It's a small, finely detailed accessory case made from tortoise shell. Tortoise shell? Okay, its design is long outdated, but the quality of the craftsmanship suggests it must have been very expensive back in its day. Slightly shaking it produces a loud, distinct rattle.
中になんか入ってるみてえだ。音の感じからすると、箱の重さの割に入ってんのは小さいものらしいな。
There's something definitely in there. And based on the sound and the light weight of this thing, it's probably gotta be really tiny. Maybe a key. A key locked inside of a chest. Not sure if we'll need whatever it is, but we might as well just take it with us. Just in case. Oh god. Oh god. A noise from inside the closet. I'm saving. Please don't be a loud noise. That will freaking scare the crap out of me. Come on. Come on. Oh god. Ayumi? Are you okay? I quickly turned around to find Shinozaki, excitedly mumbling something to herself in a low tone. Her whole body was slanted, with her head leaning against the wall, and she was completely focused on one specific section of empty floor.
Shinozaki?
Mind your damn... You know your own business, goddammit!
どうしたんだよ。余計なことって、この箱のことか。
What do you mean? Should I have not taken this chest or something? What's wrong? Shinozaki began banging her head against the wall. The motion was almost rhythmic, as if in time with the ticks of a clock or a metronome.
おい、よせ！ふざけてんなら怒るぜ！
Hey, cut it out! The hell is wrong with you? She slapped me!
いつもあんた言ったよね。友達だからってね。自分の身は自分で。
Always. You always do this. What was it you said? Because we're friends? Well, I can take care of myself.
何よその目を。待ちなさいよ。喉が焼けるみたいだ。
What's with that look? You just hold on a second. My throat is burning up.
臭いんだよ。そうだ、走らなきゃ。姉様どうして。お前も死んで。
I gotta say, this is getting very creepy, and I need the camera because I just keep seeing my head. Oh, it stinks. It's rancid. I have to run. Why would you do this to me? You're my sister. I'm a boy. Well, you can die too. After stumbling around, almost drunkenly, for a few moments, Shinozaki suddenly took off running. She leapt through the trapdoor and out into the hall.
なんだってんだよ、あいつ。って見送ってる場合じゃねえ。連れ戻さねえと。
What the hell was that all about? Wait, this is no time to be standing around. I've gotta go find her.
なかなか興味深いですね、彼女。
Oh god, don't be who I think it is. Don't be who I think it is. She's certainly an interesting specimen.
誰だ
Who's there? Oh god. Where the freaking heck did you come from? I'm not certain where she came from, nor when or how she got here. She seemed to be about the same age as me. She looked almostly normal, but her eyes were much less vibrant than they should have been, appearing flat and lifeless like those of a dead fish. Her name was Naho Sainoki.
霊能者兼物書き兼高校生といったところでしょうか。
I guess you could say I'm a medium come writer come high school student, or something like that.
生前はという注釈付きですけど。
Or I was, anyway, when I was alive.
生前ってことはまさか幽霊なのか
When you were alive? Are you telling me you're a ghost?
遺憾ながらそういうことになりますね。
Regrettably, that's exactly what I am.
てめえもあのガキの仲間ってわけかよ
Are you one of that little bastard's friends then?
篠崎に何しやがった俺たちをこんなとこに閉じ込めてどうしようってんだ
The hell did you do to Shinozaki? And why did you trap us here in the first place?
あら、それは誤解です。
Oh my, I think there's been a misunderstanding.
どちらかといえば私も被害者。まあ、それだけではないですけれど。
I, like you, am essentially a victim, though there's a little more to it than that, of course.
そっかあんたもここに閉じ込められてそれで
Oh, so you were trapped here too then? And you,
それより今の彼女、大した才能をお持ちのようで。
more importantly right now, the girl who just ran out of here seems to have quite the gift.
そうだ篠崎
Oh yeah, Shinozaki!
待ちなさい。あなたが彼女と長く付き合うつもりなら、私の話を聞いておくのは損にならないと思いますよ。
It's like she's right behind me. Wait, please, if you wish to have a place at her side for a long time to come, I believe it would be advantageous for you to listen to my advice.
付き合うだと
At her side? For a long time to come?
手短に頼むぜ
Alright, but can you make it quick?
その冷静な判断、好感が持てます。
Such a firm, cool response is very telling.
で篠崎の才能って
Well, I'm listening. So what's this about Shinozaki being gifted?
霊媒や巫女、シャーマンといえばわかりやすいでしょうか。
You're familiar with the concept of spiritual mediums, shrine maidens, and shamans? No?
自然科学では定義しづらいおぼろな存在。要するに、霊や神といったものに自分の体を貸して権限させる。
They're all people with the ability to lend their bodies to beings that natural science can't quite classify. Beings you would call spirits. Or gods. I don't know about gods. Spirits, yeah.
口寄せとか神下ろしとか悪魔つきとか言われる行いをするものです。
I've never heard them actually say gods like before in this game or anything. But yeah, anyways. They're people who take part in channeling rituals. Basically possession, much like the demonic sort you see in the movies.
イタコンみたいなもんか
So, kind of like the Itako from traditional folklore then?
ええ、あなたも見たように 彼女はこの場に吹き溜まっていた死者たちの思念を取り込んでアウトプットしていました。
Exactly. You've seen it too, no? Your friend can take in the thoughts of the dead that flit about in these accursed halls and output them through her own body.
いくらこの天神小学校が特別な状態にあるとはいえ、霊そのものではなく、こんな残りかすのような思念を。
And note I said thoughts, not spirits. They aren't souls, but rather the loose remnants of broken minds. Heavenly Host is a frighteningly unique place. Okay, that makes a little more sense.
私が見てきた中では、かなりの才能と言って差し支えないと思います。
So if she is indeed able to channel them, take it from me. She has a very powerful gift.
そんなもんが才能だって。あいつはあんたとは違うんだぜ。
Can you really call that a gift? She's not like you, you know. What the heck was that noise? It sounded like it came from
こ
me.
こを抜け出すつもりなら、ただの無知、無力な人間よりも有利だと思いますけれどね。ただし、制御できればの話ですが。
Perhaps not. But if you intend to escape from here, these talents of hers could prove more advantageous, provided, of course, she learns to control them.
制御？
Control them?
あれが自分をコントロールしている状態だとでも？
It's with the look. Well, you saw what happened. She wasn't in control at all, but rather being controlled by the thoughts of another. Yeah, that's
彼女
true.
は抜群に感度が高いアンテナを頭に24時間くっつけているようなもの。
Think of it as if she had an enormous antenna on her head with impeccable reception 24 hours a day.
でも周波数を選ぶどころか、スイッチのオンオフの仕方さえまだ身につけていない。
Except that antenna was missing not only any means of changing frequency, but any sort of on-off switch as well.
あのままではいずれ回線がショートして壊れてしまうか、受信した電波を垂れ流すだけのガラクタになってしまうか。
At this rate, she's bound to short circuit and break down, or worse still. She might lose her sense of self and essentially become a mindless radio.
篠崎が元に戻らねえってのかよ。
Are you saying there's no way to get her back?
さあどうでしょう。それは彼女とあなた次第。
I don't know. Who's to say? That all depends on her. And on you.
なあ、頼む。一緒に来て篠崎を助けてやってくれ。
Well, then come with me and help me save her. Please.
ごめんなさい。それはできません。私も私の大切な人を探していますから。
I'm sorry. I can't do that. You see, I'm also trying to find someone who's important to me. Yep, we know that. Whoa!
私がしてあげられるのはこれくらいです。もっともこれがいい方へ転がるかその逆か、それもまたあなた方次第。幸運を。
Talk about disappearing. I've done all I can for you. Whether this experience ends well or gets worse again depends entirely on you both. I wish you the best of luck. What the freaking heck?
また地震か。
Whoa! Another one? This was the big one. I literally couldn't stand up. I fell to my knees on the floor. I couldn't even tell you how long it lasted. It felt like it would never end. But eventually, little by little, it did subside. Yeah, these earthquakes seem to last a lot more time than in the original game. I stood back up and surveyed my surroundings, but as expected, the ghost of the girl was nowhere to be seen anymore. And this particular quake felt like it shook the very foundation of the entire building. Shinozaki was all I had on my mind. She was in serious danger.
なんだかわかんねえけどよ。
I just don't know what the hell is going on anymore.
だけどあいつだけは守んなきゃなんねんだ。何があってもよ。
But if there's one thing I do know, it's that I have to be there for her. No matter what!
篠崎！
Don't do anything stupid. Okay, now we're meeting up with Mayu.
ったく、あいつ俺のこと心霊現象素人みてえに言いやがったくせに。
You know what really pisses me off, though? That she would kept talking to me as if I were totally ignorant about psychic phenomena. Like a complete dimwit.
自分があんなざまになっちまっちゃ。世話ねえぜ。
But look at what happened to her. Too gifted for her own good, if you ask me.
そうだったんだ。岸沼くんと篠崎さんも大変だったんだね。
Wow. Sounds like you and Shinozaki have had a pretty rough time in here too.
鈴本も一人でよく頑張ったな。森重は一緒じゃねえのか？
Well, you seem to have done pretty well for being by yourself. Shouldn't Morishige be with you, though? Should have been with you, though? Whatever.
うん。探してるんだけどね。
Yeah, but he's not. I'm trying to find him.
まあ、あいつのことだからどうせ無事だろう。
Ah, well, considering how cool and collected he is, I'm sure he's fine wherever he is.
幽霊見てさ、シェイクスピアの歌劇を彷彿とさせるな。とか言って、眉間にシワ寄せてんじゃねえの？
I mean, if he sees a ghost, he'll probably just furrow his brow and be all like, "You remind me of a Shakespeare sonnet, or something, you know?"
俺と鈴本がこうして会えたんだ。あいつともすぐに会えるって。
And since you and I ran into one another already, I know you'll find him sooner or later.
そうだよね。きっと会えるよね。
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm sure I'll come across him eventually.
ま、廊下がつながったおかげで探す場所が増えちまったけどな。
Though I guess there are a lot more places to look now that the hallway's back in one piece again.
でも一人で探すより二人で探す方が絶対にいいよ。
But there are two of us, and two pairs of eyes are better than none, or one.
だな。いつもの鈴本らしくなってきたじゃねえの。
There we go. That's more like the Suzumoto we all know and love.
じゃあ、気合い入れてみんなを探しに行くか。
Okay then, let's give this everything we've got and find our friends.
ああ。
You bet.
しげに近くにいることは分かったんだから。私頑張れるよ。絶対見つけるからね。
Shig, I know you're somewhere nearby, and that's enough to keep me going. I will find you, I swear.
と、その前におトイレ。
But before we set off, I call a bathroom break.
お前な。
Seriously?
ごめん。ずっと怖くて緊張してたからかな。急にお腹が。舞台の前にもたまにあるんだけど。
Sorry, I've been so scared and nervous since we got here. I guess it's taken a toll on my stomach. I get this way before production sometimes too. What? And I'm guessing it's not number one, so going in the corner isn't as valid as, Yeah. Although, I still say the corner would probably be the best bet.
そんじゃそれもついでに探すか。
Fair enough. Guess we'll keep an eye out for a restroom on our way then. There's a gap on the floor here. A board has been laid across it as a makeshift bridge, but it's a bit unstable after the quake. Best to cross with care. Alright, heading to the bathroom now. The stairwell is completely packed with desks, making it virtually impassable. But we got Yoshiki with us. Fortunately, that last quake seemed to have knocked many of them loose, meaning we can get by now. With two people working in tandem, it shouldn't take very long to clear the path.
この机どうしようか、岸沼くん。
What do we do with all these desks, Kishinuma?
無理すりゃこのままでも通れるかもしれねえけど、崩れると危ねえからな。
We could climb over them with a little effort, but they might all come crashing down if we make one wrong move.
片付けちゃおう。
Yeah, let's move them out of the way. There we go. Bathroom for you.
よかった。トイレだ。ごめん、私ちょっと行ってくるね。
Yay! We found the little girl's room. If you'll excuse me for a minute, then.
うん。近くにいるから、なんかあったらすぐ呼べよ。
Sure. I'll wait nearby. If anything happens, just call out. I'd go in there with her, Yoshiki. Like, just let her go in the stall and wait outside the stall. I mean, it's not that bad.
ちょっと離れててよ。その、聞こえちゃったら嫌だし。
Don't, wait too close though, okay? It'd be kind of embarrassing if you heard me. Women. No offense to any women watching this. Just please, don't act like that.
お腹壊しちゃったかな。
Guess my stomach's been in a pretty bad shape.
もうやだ。
Almost there. Okay, yeah.
使えるトイレがあってよかった。
I'm so glad there was a usable toilet in here. Too bad Yuka couldn't have that kind of luck.
よいしょっと。あれ、なんだろう。
Alright, good to go. What's this?
どっかにお腹ぶつけたのかな。あざになってる。
Did I hit my stomach or something? It's all red. When did this happen? And how? Even if I had hit my stomach or something on something, whoever heard of someone's belly getting bruised? I took a closer look and found myself momentarily breathless.
なんなのこれ。
What in the world happened to me? The reddish purple bruise was like fault lines emanating out in 4 directions, with my belly button serving as an epicenter. It almost looked like a weirdly colored spiderweb was attached to my skin.
どうした？
What's wrong?
なんでもない。 すぐ行くから。
Nothing. I'll be out in a sec. Don't say that. You can't explain what is wrong. Seriously. He'd understand.
お待たせ。超すっきり。
Sorry to keep you waiting. I feel much better now.
おう。
Glad to hear it.
それより岸沼くん、離れててって言ったのに。
But didn't I tell you to keep your distance?
え
What?
いや、鈴本がでけえ声出したから来たんだよ。大丈夫だったのか？
What? I did! You just were kinda loud there for a second. You seemed startled. Is everything okay?
ごめんごめん。あと、岸沼くんはいいの？トイレ。
Oh, yeah. Sorry to have worried you. So, how about you? Are you good on the bathroom situation? Or do you need to go too?
ああ。いや、男子便所に入るとよ。なんか、いるんだよ、男の霊が。開けるなーとか言うの。
Oh. Oh, thank you for making that reference. Thank you. Thank you. Well, the boys' room is kind of occupied. When you open the stall door, there's this guy's voice that yells out, "Shut the goddamn door!"
落ち着けないね。じゃあ、気を取り直して、篠崎さん探しましょう。
Oh, I can see how that might make it tough to go. Well, let's just put that out of our minds for now and focus on finding Shinozaki, okay?
ああ。
Sounds good.
なんで私、あのあざのこと黙ってるんだろう。男の子に見せるのが恥ずかしいから？そうじゃない。
Why am I not saying anything to him about the bruise on my stomach? Is it because I'd be too embarrassed to show it to a boy? No, that's not it. My mind was racing with worst-case scenarios popping into my head one after another. I kept hoping that this was all in my imagination, all nothing but a nightmare. But it sure felt real. And that was the scariest thing of all. Maybe I was sick. Maybe I needed to go to the hospital. I couldn't stand all this uncertainty. But I didn't say anything about it. I just walked towards Kishinuma, all throughout the school building, in search of Shinozaki. I thought maybe if I went with him, I might run into Shi along the way, or at least find some clues to his whereabouts. But no such luck. Our search eventually led us back down to floor 1. Having covered all our other bases, we set our sights on the pool. But just as we approached the locker room... Uh-oh. Hey, did you hear that?
ああ。この中みてえだな。
Yeah, it came from in there. Oh my god! Where the heck did you come from? A girl who looked to be around middle school age had been laid flat on the floor. Both her arms were bound and her eyes and mouth were covered with sash-like strips of cloth. She was obviously being held against her will. She was kicking both legs and writhing all around, frantically trying to break loose from her bindings. But it didn't seem likely that she would succeed. Oh God! We have to save her! It was only after saying that I noticed the bruises on her legs. I noticed them as soon as we walked in. Oh, those weird markings look an awful lot like the ones on my stomach. Or am I just paranoid? I think if no one has realized it yet, I'm just going to point this out. This is just a guess. I think because Mayu has died and she has died. Anywhere that was supposed to be a mark of death or whatever, that's basically a mark of death. Just like with Seiko and her neck being, having bruises on it. So I'm just taking a wild guess, but that is almost definitely what happened. Regardless of what caused them, or how they might relate to my own injuries, this girl had markings like rope burns, clearly visible on her slender thighs. They were peculiar bruises that looked almost like letters, as if they signified something that was just beyond our ability to decipher. Hey! Uth to Suzumoto! Earth to Suzumoto! Oh, sorry! Hang in there! I'm going to loosen those bindings now! Wait! Stop! Take a closer look! This isn't going to be so easy. Kishinuma grabbed my arm to hold me back. I was a bit confused, but did as he suggested, and it didn't take me long to see the problem. The strips of cloth holding this girl to the floor actually seemed to be rolls of gauze. And whoever bound her like this really did a number. The gauze was stretched haphazardly all across the room's furnishings. Several strands of it were then projected upward to the top of the nearest cubby shelf, where they were wrapped around the neck of a plaster bust. And from there, they extended up to the ceiling, where they were wrapped tightly around the handle of a bucket suspended in the air, suspended right above the girl. In other words, if we pulled on any of the bandages the wrong way, or moved any of the desks, the plaster bust might fall. And if that happened, the bucket would spill right over her. I wonder what the hell's in there. Maybe it's nothing. But what if it's not? Help! The girl was thrashing wildly, unable to move or see, and too scared to call out. Sadly, this wasn't helping at all. It only served to pull the plaster bust closer and closer to the edge on the shelf. It was impossible to say whether or not she had any inkling of the threat that loomed literally right above her head. It seemed increasingly likely that this was the intent behind the trap. If the victim attempted to escape, she would only wind up killing herself. What can we do? What do we do? What can we do?
落ち着け。要は天井のバケツさえ取り外しちまえば。
Don't panic. We just need to find some way of getting that bucket down from the ceiling.
でも岸沼くん、手が届く？まず顔の包帯をほどいて安心させてあげた方が。
Can you reach it though? I think we should try to remove the bandages on her face try to calm her down.
早く決めないと。
Either way, there's no time to lose. We have to do something, and we have to do it now. Remove the bandages.
そうだな。このまま暴れられたら助ける前に石膏像が落ちちまうかもしんねえし。よし、待ってろ。すぐ顔の包帯取ってやるから。
Yeah. If she keeps kicking like that, this will be over before we know it. All right. Let's sit tight. We'll get those bandages off. Help! She should have heard every word Kishinuma was saying, but she didn't seem to be calming down in the slightest. With all the layers of bandages crisscrossed over her ears, maybe she couldn't understand us. Unable to see, unable to hear, and too frightened to scream, I think I'd scream too if I were in her position.
くそ、念入りに巻きやがって。よっしゃ、ほどけたぜ。
Damn it!
見えるか?
This is really wrapped up tight. Okay, I think I got it. Can you see me? Help me! What's happening? It's so dark!
落ち着け、あんま暴れると。
Calm down! You need to stop thrashing around like that! I'm so scared! Just let me out of here! Save me! Nori! Hikari! Chihaya! Someone! Anyone! Oh no!
やべえ。
Crap!
落ち着いて、私を見て。
You need to stay calm! Look at me!
慌てないで、冷静にゆっくり息をしてみて。
Try not to panic. Take slow, deep breaths. そうだよ。大丈夫。平気だからね。すぐ助けてあげるから。 There you go. That's good. Everything's going to be alright. We're working on setting you free right now.
はい。
Gradually, the girl began to calm down. I gently stroked her cheek where I just slapped it. Tears were welling in both our eyes. I closed mine and nodded my head.
いい子だね。もう少しだけ我慢できる？じっとしてれば何も怖くないからね。
Good girl. You just need to hang in there a little longer. We'll have you out real soon. As long as you hold still, there's nothing to be afraid of.
はい。もう平気です。
Okay. I'm okay now.
私ここにいるからね。もうちょっと頑張って。
I'll be right here at your side. Just try to keep positive. Try not to keep positive. No.
岸沼くん、棚の上の石膏像が落ちないようにしばらく押さえててくれる？
Kishinuma, would you mind pushing the statue a little so it doesn't fall off the shelf?
おう、わかった。
Oh, yeah. I'm on it.
きつく結んである。でも、よし、ほどけたよ。
This is really wrapped tight. But, there. I think that should do it.
大丈夫？立てる？
Are you alright? Can you stand?
ダメみたい 膝が震えて。
No, not really. My knees are shaking too much.
じゃあしばらく座ってよっか。無理しなくていいよ。
Well, then how about just sit up for a bit? Give those knees time to recover. I put my arms around her, and only then did I realize what she meant. She was shaking from head to toe, more violently than I'd ever felt before. She must have been frightened out of her mind.
何？
Huh? What was that?
ありがとうございます。
Thank you so very much.
そうだよね。怖かったもんね。
That must have been really scary for you, but it's okay now.
こんな大人っぽい鈴本初めて見たかもしんねえ。はあ、なんつうか女ってすげえよな。
I've never seen Suzumoto act so adult. Guess it's her maternal instincts kicking in. Women are amazing.
森重に頼りっぱなしのこいつもそのうちゆい先生みてえな人になんのかな。
Even her constantly depending on Morishige, I could totally see her turn into someone like Miss Hugh when she gets older.
本当にありがとうございました。お二人は命の恩人です。
Thank you so much for what you've done. You saved my life.
無事でよかった。
Heh, I'm just glad you're all right.
まさかリアルで命の恩人なんて言われる日が来ようとはな。
Never expected someone to tell me I saved their life and mean it literally. That's for sure.
私は小笠原奈々って言います。武蔵川女子中学校の1年です。
My name is Nana Ogasawara. I'm a 7th grader at Musashigawa Girls Junior High School. That was a lot for one sentence.
私は鈴本真由。よろしくね。で、こっちの柄の悪いお兄さんは岸沼よしきくん。
I'm Mayu Suzumoto. Nice to meet you. And this delinquent-looking fellow is Yoshiki Kishinuma. Oh, that is so cold, Mayu. Or Mayu. Whatever.
柄の悪いは余計だ、鈴本。そういうとこは森重の影響か？
Oh, come on! What kind of introduction is that? I think you've been hanging out with Morishige too much.
1年ってことはサトシの妹より1個下か。タッパあるしなんかしっかりしてんな。
Hard to believe you're a 7th grader, though. That means you're 1 year below Satoshi's sister. Yet, you're so much taller and you seem so with it. Yeah, I remember Nana being really with it on that extra chapter.
やっぱりゆかちゃんもこの学校のどこかにいるのかな。持田くんとはぐれてなければいいんだけど。
I guess Yuka must be in this school somewhere too. Huh. I hope she didn't get herself separated from Mochida.
岸沼さんと鈴本さんも誰かを探しているんですか？
Kishinuma and Suzumoto? Are you two searching for your friends as well?
うん。クラスの友達5人と副担任の先生とそれに友達の妹さん。
Yeah, 5 friends from class, 1 homeroom TA, and 1 classmate's little sister.
まだ私たちも どういう状況なのかはっきりわからないんだけど、きっとみんなもどこかで私たちを探してると思うの。
We're not sure exactly what's going on in here just yet, but I guess they're trying to find us too. Okay, and from with that, I see I might have hit like a 30-minute mark or something, and I really need to, or no, not, holy crap, I was over this for so long that I just realized that I've been recording for about 45 minutes. So with that, I think I'm going to stop it for right now. It's 5:13 in the morning and I need to head to bed. So yeah, with that, hope you all enjoyed. And just to make sure, I'm gonna save it below that one so I can have that bad end right there, because I know that's gonna be a bad end. And yeah, with that, hope you all have a great day, or have a great night, and I'll catch you all next time. Next time on Corpse Party, Book of Shadows. Why is this door being highlighted?